Hello YouTube! A lot of you have been requesting that I watch this video because, well, I'm from Romania and this video is about dating in Romania, or rather dating in the Balkan area. And the video starts off with why dating sucks. So I'm like, it does? Let's find out what his problem is, or rather what happened that got him so riled up that he made a video about it.
I have a confession to make. I wish I was gay, because dating in the Balkans is an absolute nightmare for those.
Well, that's a way to start the video.
Those of you that don't follow my Instagram, which you definitely should, by the way, I have become single again and have been cast back into the hellscape that is the Balkan dating scene. And I absolutely hate it. I'll see a lot of passport bros online saying how they moved from the degenerate United States to the Balkans or Eastern
Oh my god. Well, first of all, sorry, dude, that you're single again. That sucks. Second of all, damn.
Europe in the pursuit of finding their traditional goth mommy wife. And let me tell you something, they're full of shit. I've been living here most of my life and almost exclusively dating girls from the Balkans. And it has left me with some serious mental consequences, as my therapist can attest to.
He's lived most of his life in the Balkans, but he goes to therapy. I call bullshit. Our therapy is fucking vodka, man!
Even starting to date someone is an absolute pain in the ass. The clubbing scene here is very popular, and over there you'll see some of the most gorgeous girls you've ever seen in your life. Full on head of makeup, the body of Aphrodite, and a dress from Temu that puts any, and I mean any, Italian model to shame. And you might be thinking that they'd be easy to walk up to and start rizzing up.
Easy! If anyone knows anything about the girls in the Balkans, is that we're anything but easy. We're anything but easy, man. Imagine thinking you can just walk up and be like, hi, I'm a dude and I have money. And we'll be like, we don't care. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have gold diggers, obviously, but the majority will be like, I don't care.
Because, hey, why else would you be in a nightclub looking like a snack? And the truth is, they are over there to get the, not dick, but f***ing drunk.
Very true. What the fuck?
Balkan girls, not.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so here's some Paws lore. When I was 18 to 22, around there, 22, 21, I used to go clubbing because all my friends would freaking insist on going clubbing. Like, do you even live if you don't go in a club? I don't like clubs. There have been a few clubs, mostly rock ones, that are really cool. But for the most part, it's just like bleh. However, the one thing everyone can agree with, you never go in a club to hook up. We went in the club to dance, to have fun, to have cheap beer, because back then, and you'll be shocked, okay? You'll be extremely shocked. So please sit down if you are from a region that has expensive stuff. Back then, a bottle of beer was around $1, okay? So it was really cheap to go out and get drunk and have fun. I don't like drinking, as in I don't like getting drunk. Mommy issues, what can I say? So I was always the person that was in charge of people's safety. So I wouldn't really drink a lot. I would be the one being the cock blocker. I'm sorry, guys. I would literally be the cock blocker if that's what the girl wanted, okay? So whenever one of my friends would get too drunk, they'd usually give me rules of what to do, what not to do. If someone tried to razz them up when they were too drunk and take them home, it would be like, no you don't. We went there to have fun, not to hook up.
99% of the time, go to the club to have a good time and get drunk with their friends and not hook up with some rando. Now, that's not to say that you can't get lucky, but you have better chances at winning the lottery than going back home with a Balkan girl from the club. The best you can hope for is her Insta, and that's it. And you might be thinking, okay, Janusz, what's so bad about that? I'm not into hooking up either way. I'm looking for a deep and meaningful relationship.
In a club?
I'm the same way, and I'm really into feminist literature. But my main issue is, it takes goddamn ages for things to progress. In another country, you'll meet someone, you'll start talking, and in a couple of weeks, well, you'll be dating. In the Balkans, however, you'll be either talking for months or get married in 3 days. There's no in between. I don't know why this is the case, but virtually any relationship I've been in, we've
because it's a really religious area. Like, what do you mean? I love the fact that he always says he's been in the Balkans for a very long time, right? Have you picked up nothing, man? Have you picked up nothing from them? You would be slut-shamed. Yes, I know, all the progressives are gonna be like, oh, Paws, you would be slut-shamed. I'm sorry. Like, most women still care what their parents say. Or a big majority of them do care what their parents say. So if you're not gonna pass the vibe check for the dad, and specifically the mom. Specifically, like here, you need to pass the mom check. Good luck with that one. If the mom doesn't like you, you're fucking out. And if she's too ashamed to bring you home to even see the mom, ooh, ooh. So, yeah.
Spend months getting to know each other, talking, going out, hanging out as friends, getting wasted in the park, all the 9 yards. And only after I'd thrown up the 5th time in front of her would I have the chance to go to the next stage. Or alternatively, you immediately just click and...
If you throw up in front of a Balkan woman, I'm sorry, you're out. Just saying. Just saying.
And, what do you know? You're getting married next Thursday. No in between. The thing that annoys me about the talking stage is while you're talking to each other, you're definitely not the only guy she's talking to. You'd be surprised to find out how many guys are also trying to date the same girl as you are. And
honestly, this has changed since my time of going out and dating, and I feel sorry. I have said it repeatedly. I do feel sorry for anyone that goes out dating because I don't know when the switch happened. I don't know when the whole clicking thing happened. But it's so weird that now you have to have a conversation to be exclusive. And it's so weird that most people are dating while also dating a fuck ton of other people, all being non-exclusive. And you just assume that everyone is hooking up with everyone and that they're seeing multiple people. Like, I don't know when that happened because... yeah, that is a more recent change, and it sucks. And I feel sorry for anyone that has to date in this environment. I don't wish it upon my enemy, man. It's rough. When, like, I was going out clubbing, I had one friend. She was dating 3 guys at the same time, and we were all looking at her weird and being like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not fair to the guys. So, and I think, like, now it's reversed. Most people would be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're only dating one? It's like that is rough, and that I think that's a global thing nowadays. Although I still feel like not as many people here do it as in other places. At least not from the ones that I know. Like, yeah.
Because of this, you might face just straight up hostility from her because Balkan men can be absolutely retarded.
I'm over the stroke of my...
I can't express how much contempt I have for the nation of Montenegro because of the absolute atrocious riz their men have, which...
atrocious riz! We're importing an A mentality for a lot of things. Yeah, I hate it. I fucking hate it. Oh.
Absolutely decimates my dating prospects. Like, let me give you an example. A normal guy will approach a girl at a club or kafana and be like, hey, I really like your dress, or hi, I thought you were really pretty, my name's Janusz, what's yours? The Montenegrin.
Can anyone tell that he's about to have a mental breakdown over... over the man over there? Look at his face! Oh my god.
Montenegrin. He says, screw that, he'll just walk up to a gal and be like, they think they're going to...
I mean, he's not wrong. I did say this story a couple of times, but I'll say it one more time, so if you heard it, indulge me. My favorite story from when I was clubbing was this one dude. I will forever remember him. He had no chance, mind you. But I will forever remember him for the way that he introduced himself. Which was, I was dancing with my best friend and having fun, and he just walks up right next to us. So like we're here dancing, and he's just over here. And he just sits there sipping his drink, his $1 beer, and he just watches us dance. That's all he did. And then when the dance finished, he looks at us, we look at him, he looks at us, we look at him, he takes a sip from his beer, goes like with the head like nodding upwards, right? Sup, right? We turn around and leave. And that was the entire interaction. And a lot of people would do that. Not in as weird way as that person, but a lot of people would just give you a like, sup. A lot of people just freaking go and like, hey, I'm from this region, what's up? And that's it. There's no like rizzing. Because one thing that I have noticed is a lot of women here, they don't want to hear the fucking sweet talk. If you give the sweet talk, we'll think you're manipulative. We'll think you're weird. We're gonna think that you want something, which is usually sex, mind you, but yeah. Like, I maybe it's not a general thing. Again, I can only speak for like my small group, but whenever someone came in approaching you going like, oh, you look so good, right? It's like, ew. Okay. What you want? I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I guess it's our upbringing where we're warned about people being too nice. Or maybe because the men here tend to just be more direct. Oh, ew, brother, ew. Honestly, though. Oh.
People just because they're from Montenegro, thinking that their accent is the equivalent of a posh British accent and not some rednecks from bumfuck nowhere in the middle of the mountains, and cannot read social cues even if you put a gun up against their head. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? These fucks
doing the same thing over and over
to a nightclub in Belgrade and throughout the night just keep grinding on girls even though they could not be less interested in them, and just keep bothering them and pestering them with no shame at all. So then, when I, or you, or whoever the hell goes to shoot their shot, they'll be told by the girl to immediately fuck off because someone didn't teach their son basic human decency. Worse yet, when a Montenegrin gets rejected, he makes it his life mission to sabotage you in your courting attempt because if he can't score, then no one in the club is scoring.
Ne znaju da odjebu, znači ne znam da su gori Turci, Arapi ili Crnogorci, brate, znači riba im kaže ne, neću, nisam zainteresovan, malo ži se ova na mene, ja čuš, ajde, džo meni imam stan, imam 5-6 stan na dan u Beograd, imam u Beograd na vodi, ima ovo, ima ono, moj babo drži ovo, no, ma mrš bro pizdu, mater, pitoni su ti, brate.
Back to your mom's pussy. That's the funny thing. I think like a lot rejection, like so many people come with airs going like, baby, I have this and this. I'm like well off. I have swag. Look at me. I'm dressed super fancy, right? Nah, that shit doesn't really fly over here.
Brate, pleme Amazonije, neko tamo, nego Crnogorčina, jebene kad
But
vidiš
don't go
ženu.
dating
But
in a
even
club,
if you're
guys,
lucky
honestly.
to get her Insta, then you're still up against a little short of 1 million guys up in her DMs who are replying to her every and any story with the fire emoji and sending her 1 million reels. And if they're degenerates, then they'll also send her an unsolicited picture of their breakfast sausage. So, because they're getting
Breakfast sausage. Oh. I feel like he's wrong about one thing. In 95% of the cases, if people are DMing and rizzing up a girl on Instagram, you never have a chance. It's not happening. Like, they're not competition. They're fans. I'm sorry to put it that way. I'm sorry to be blunt. But if you are there and you have been converted to actually being there and generating clicks and likes for that person, they're not gonna fucking see you as anything other than a fan because you are there doing what they need, which is engagement. By the way, like, comment, and subscribe. And no, I will not date you. Even if you do it, even if you don't do it. But hey, it was a good segue, you know, to remind people to do it. And do check if you are subscribed to this channel. You might be subscribed to the other one. Sealing the deal with a sausage pic. I don't know who the heck thinks sending a dick pic is gonna work. Like, perhaps it works in 1% of the ladies, maybe in 2%. But Jesus Christ, ladies read saucy books for a reason. They want to imagine. They don't want to see. Seeing ruins the fantasy. Describing your fucking sausage in nice ways, talking about how juicy your meat is, that's more enticing. That is more enticing. But yeah, he's wrong about it. The people that are bothered with Instagram and shit like that, they're not gonna date you. And going clubbing for getting a date, getting someone, isn't gonna work either.
Being annoyed by a bunch of guys, if you give her any semblance of an ick, you're done. You're out. Not even 3 strikes, just no chance. Now, if you spent your time wisely reading Jane Austen and reacting to every and any story of hers with the fire emoji and were able to stand out from the crowd, congratulations, man. You have a Balkan girlfriend. Congratulations. You did it. You've gone through trials and errors and you've come this far and you made it. But don't think for a second that the bullshit stops yet. One of the first hurdles you'll stumble upon when starting to date someone in the Balkans is their parents. Now, I know meeting parents in any country is, well, stressful. But in the Balkans...
Can someone tell that he's having a crash out over this? Yeah, that face tells me everything. It honestly tells me everything.
Here, virtually everyone lives with their parents deep into their 30s, or until they get married. And even then, when they have a spouse, chances are you'll be living with someone's parents. As a wise Serbian man once said,
Die, Grandma, what the fuck? Oh my god.
So, when you're going to your girlfriend's house
crazy.
or bring her over to yours, chances are someone's parents are gonna be in the room next door while you're clapping some cheeks. So, if you're into making gorilla sounds while doing the deed, that's not happening. And don't even get me started on...
That's insane. Bro, find some timing, man. I'm gonna be honest, my parents shot down a dude and called him rude because he mumbled goodbye to them. I came back home and my mom was up in my ear going like, you couldn't find anyone better. Because he didn't say it loud enough, so my mom didn't hear it, so she felt disrespected because he didn't say bye. He mumbled bye when we went out. So she didn't hear it. Mind you, their sensor of detecting people was right. He turned out to be a possessive fuck, but it you know. You know. It's the dude that told me that I'm not gonna have a computer if I get married to him, and instead I will become a baby factory and a housewife. All while I was studying for a master's degree in computer science, so I don't know what he was thinking. Yeah.
How awkward it is when you first come over. You'll walk into her house, shake hands with her parents, whilst everyone knows what's going to transpire the next 15 to 20 minutes. And the parents will just look you straight in the eye and think,
Aha, Jonathan, you are banging my dog!
Like, the worst experience I've ever had was when I was dating this Bosnian girl, and she invited me to...
It's kind of funny because I don't think that's what parents think. They're literally just measuring you up if you're decent of a human. I feel like it's rather easy to pass the parent test, man. Show respect to the parents. Show respect to the parents. Show respect to the parents. Enjoy their food. And show respect to the parents. I feel like those are the 5 things you need to do.
To come over, spend the night at her place, which, yippee, great. So I did that, and we were in her room. It's getting hot and steamy, when all of a sudden, I hear a door go shut. And immediately after that, she jumps out of bed and is like, shit, it's my dad. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, like, it's not a big deal. You told me
No,
that,
it's a huge deal.
You know, you notified him that I was coming over. She didn't. That was...
See, he's failing to show respect. But that's not due to him, that's to the girl. But don't worry, it doesn't matter. She's obviously the dad's apple pie, so she's not gonna get in trouble. He's the one disrespecting. Yep, literally trapped.
a lie. You know, you might be thinking, Janusz, that's not a big deal, you know, like...
Oh,
whatever,
it's a huge
parents
deal.
there, it's a bit awkward. Her dad was this 2-meter tall Bosnian war veteran who did God knows what over there, for which he cannot return to his country. And I was doing things with his daughter. So she walks out to greet him, and I hear him say, "Whose shoes are those?" At that point, my...
Oh yeah, I remember those moments, man. I need to come home and be like, "Oh, you have guests," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, let me quickly go grab my friend out of the room so they can greet you. Minus points because you didn't go forward and greet them before they questioned you."
heart started skipping a beat. And I was contemplating to just jump out the window, book it half naked in the middle of winter, you know, better than ending up dying. But as the time-old saying goes, nothing ever happens. Truly, nothing ever happened. And I survived to see another day. The next morning, I walked out, greeted him, all the while he gave me the 1,000-yard death stare. Another very important thing to stress is the mother. While in the West, most girls have daddy issues. In the Balkans, virtually every woman has some beef with their mother. And that shit will be taxing on your mental health. Because with daddy issues, the worst that can happen is, you know, she cheats on you and whatever, relationship's over. With mother...
The worst that could happen is she cheats on you. Jesus Christ. No, we have mom issues here. We don't have dad issues. Like, dads, they see us as, like, literally jewels. They see us as the most precious thing that needs to be spoiled, loved, rotten, and just embraced and treated like proper, you know, just loved. Moms instead, oof, expectations are high there.
Mommy issues. Get ready to deal with clusters A, B, C, D, and E of personality disorders all at once. And you better be real emotionally mature, because after the relationship ends, your bros won't be able to pick you up even with 10 gallons of Gorilla Glue. So, if you want to spare yourself and spare your life savings and not waste them on therapy, if she has mommy issues, just run. The other thing that really sucks when...
If she has mommy issues, bro, everyone has mommy issues here. I'm sorry to tell you. Not to varying degree. To varying degrees. Like, it really depends on the type of issue. Run from Paws got it. I mean, I just developed a workaholic tendency from my mom, because she's the same. And a distaste for alcohol from her. I got off light, chat. It's easy. It's fine. No, but really, memes aside, everyone has issues, man. But for the most part, you have to find the people that get well with their parents, like get along well with their parents. If you find those type of people in the Balkans, you're gonna have a pretty good time, for the most part. Alternatively, get the ones that absolutely hate both their parents. That also works. 2 paths. The tricky part would be if you actually get someone that likes only half, in which case, God, you're gonna be put in between them a lot.
Dating a girl from the Balkans is, you're not just dating her, you're also dating her entire friend group. Any deep secrets you've taken ages to tell her in confidence, they'll know immediately after you go take a piss in the bathroom. And these...
I mean, there's a reason why our CCTV cameras are our grandmas. There is a reason for that.
Bitches are vicious. You won't like them, they won't like you. Any minor inconvenience you and your girl go through, they'll immediately jump on it and like advise her to basically dump your ass. And it's not like they use facts or logic to come to this decision. They advise her via reading tarot cards and coffee stains in a mug. Anytime you make any sort of fuck up with your girl.
I feel like I'm discovering why he's having issues. He is dating the wrong type of Balkans. I'm sorry to tell you, dude, but you need to stop dating the hot blondes. Like, really.
They'll be over there giving her a Rorschach test, telling her they see a breakup in her near future. Never mind the fact that none of them had a relationship that lasted over a month. But they're gonna be experts in yours. Worst yet is if she has a gay best friend. Because no one, and I mean no one,
Oh my
hates
god.
men more than a gay Balkan dude. I swear to God, it's like those guys.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I don't know where he's finding these women. I don't know what the heck he's doing. But like, bro, you should try expanding your taste, I guess, because his radar is apparently very focused on the cuckoo ones that have a posse. He's dating like the mean bitches that are trying not to be Balkan like. You know, the ones that are growing up on TV shows and trying to like pretend they're Westerners. That's what he's trying to date over there. Like, holy shit. Like, just looking at it. No wonder he's traumatized. Yeah. Like, bro, I can point out like from all the people that I've had the pleasure / displeasure of knowing, most of the women they have a varied group. They don't have a group of just girlfriends. We all had a group of like men and girls. That was one of the problems that I had with my ex.
Derive pleasure from seeing other men suffer, and they'll be your biggest op. The Rothschilds have nothing on this guy, and because he's gay and a dude, he's seen as one of the safe ones. So, his work
Seen as one of the safe ones. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like he's been dating some interesting people. I would love to hear more stories about his actual dates and his experiences because Jesus Christ, it's so different compared to a lot of the things that I hear. That being said, there are people like that over here as well. That I know of. Yeah, I can understand why he's crashing out. He's been cock blocked a lot.
carries more prestige than the 10 Commandments. So if you want your relationship to last, you better find a power top as an offering to get on his good side and appease the gay puppet master. All in all, don't date in the Balkans. And if you have mommy issues, this is my Instagram.
If you have mommy issues. Jesus Christ, that ending is wild. It's like, so wild to me that so many people are trying to date in clubs. It never worked. Like, we call them back in the day the clubs in the countryside. They're called discoteca, which is, well, you go there for disco, for dancing. You didn't actually go for doing anything other than that. It was just for fun. Same with clubs. You have a way better chance if you go to, I don't know, a board game group. You definitely have a better time if you do anything other than that. Like freaking joining a club or, you know, even enrolling in freaking uni. Like way, way better chances there. I wonder if it also comes out of desperation to a degree. Like, family outings are also a pretty good way because usually you end up meeting people through your family, like family friends and stuff. I don't know, there's so many ways to meet people that are like so different than just going out clubbing. He needs to find the normal Balkans. I hate to say it, but yeah. I understand his perspective though. I understand it. There are a lot of women that are getting affected by the Western wave and where you're never good enough and the way you are is not going to like you're beneath them, right? But you don't want those women anyway. No one wants those women. Harsh reality, I guess. Or at least no one that I can think of wants those women. The ones that are only like very freaking focused on specific things and you have a pass or fail meter that test you and whatnot. I genuinely think a lot of people would benefit if they went to less touristy locations. Like, damn. Damn.